Here we go. We back. Your cousin Chief of GC Radio. You know, for those of y'all on the podcast, we here. Those on the radio, we been here. You know what I'm saying? We got to the intro coming in for the podcast. Once again, the one and only legendary Terrible T is in the building. Now, I got one question for you. You're a very beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
You're very talented. How the hell you get the name Terrible T for such a lovely looking young lady?
Well, you know, my first name is Tabitha, but
okay.
Hammer said I do terrible things with my body when I dance.
So that's where the terrible came from.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So where you from, Tabitha? Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in the Bay Area, Fremont, California. Went to elementary, middle school, high school, and then kind of ventured around the Bay. But definitely a Bay kid.
Well, I'm gonna just let you know this. I grew up in Oakland. I went to Montero, went to Skyline, and then I went to college at Jackson State. And I'm gonna just tell you straight up, you guys made it cool as hell to be from Oakland. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, because when I came to Jackson State, it's like it's in Mississippi, so half the school was from Chicago.
Right.
A quarter was from Michigan. I guess a fourth of a quarter was from Mississippi. Then everybody else just like blended on in. And when I went down there, the guys from Oakland, I think it was like 8 of us. You can count on both hands, all 8 of us. I'm talking the boys and the girls, there's 8 of us. And, you know, we had to stick together. LA had like at least about 20, 30 people. Oakland had like 8 people. Yeah. And we stuck together. Well, we stuck together. We just like line brothers. We stick it together. And, you know, back then I had the little 1988 Nissan Sentra with Oaktown on the front.
Oh, yeah.
Oakland on the silver tin on top of the windshield. I mean, you guys made it cool to be from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, everybody's like, where you from? Oakland. You know Short? You know Hammer? Short got all them women. Hammer really be dancing. I said, man, they do their thing, bro. I don't know them personally, but they do their thing. And I remember one year, you guys came to Jackson, Mississippi and had a concert. It was you guys. It was Ice Cube, and I forgot who else was there.
I think Ice Cube was on that one.
Because my boy Dale was in Ice Cube with the Funky Homo Sapien, was with Ice Cube. He was from Oakland. We grew up together.
Okay.
So, you know, Dale hooked us up with tickets, and Hammer Brothers Lewis hooked us up with tickets, and we had all kind of tickets. First, I couldn't get enough for nobody. They're like, I gotta find somebody. And then we got the juice. You know, we got stage. I'm like, this is cool for my homies. We just so juiced to be there and, you know, hear our music and stuff. Yeah. And, you know, it was just like an honor. So I just want to say, I really appreciate the energy, the commitment and stuff that you guys did, because y'all represent home well. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, you guys had people lying their ass off. I'm from Oakland. I remember this one dude told me he's from Oakland. I said, man, you're not from Oakland. Man, I'm from Oakland. I said, if you from Oakland, what part you from? South, East, West? I'm from South Oakland. I said, you lying, bro. Ain't no South Oakland. You live in Alameda? You live in the Bay? Stop lying. He's like, no, man. I went out there to visit one time. I'm like, what you know? Keep it 100. Fool says he's from South Oakland.
Yeah, so, it was a beautiful time. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Love
the
energy, the dance, everybody in Oakland had the swag.
And the festival at the lake and everything. I mean, you guys not only just changed hip hop and made it cool to actually get out there and boogie when you're in hip hop, y'all also changed the fashion trend. I mean, Hammer and LL Cool J was like representative of Troops athletic apparel. I mean, you guys brought the fashion and everything. You guys pioneered a lot of stuff. A lot of people sleeping don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely Lewis. He had, you know, the Troop store, so we had to represent and wear the fashion, and LL joined in, so it was good. It was good. It was heavy. It was heavy to dance in that jacket. That leather jacket was.
Man, the leather jacket was heavy, but hell, the sweatsuits was velour. It's like they were like triple lining or something. Like I used to be sweating just like a suit, and y'all, I mean, you guys were performing in them. Man, so tell me this: how did you get into entertainment? You know, what started you in entertainment?
I would probably have to say my mom, because she used to be a performer herself. I didn't wasn't able to see her perform, but she would push me to do, dance. So it was, we at the house party, go dance. You have your mama tell you, come here. Oh, let me demonstrate you dance. So it's like, oh my gosh, here we go.
Hit the move.
Right, bust a move. Come bust a move. She didn't care what you was doing. And my brother, he used to dance, and I used to watch him and want to be like him, because he would pop lock and all of that. So I was always fascinated with dance.
Right.
Michael Jackson, the Thriller, all of those things. It was exciting to me. So I would take a move and make it my own. So I never had any formal training. It was just street training, watching and learning.
So how did you get into to get with Hammer and them? If it's kids started from dancing or from you rapping, I mean, how did that come about?
Actually, at the time, Lloyd Johnson was working with Hammer. He was doing security. I knew Lloyd from the skating rink because I also skate. That was my biggest passion.
Hold on. Now this gonna tell the tale right here. Which skating rink?
Leandro.
Okay, there you go. Leandro or Mel Peters. If it's not Mel Peters, it's Leandro. Yep. Come on.
Leandro, Mel Peters. Right. Cal skating, Sacramento. So skating was my big thing before really, really indulging into dancing. So Lloyd, was the DJ at the skating ring. I used to see him all the time. So one night, it was a club in San Francisco. It wasn't sales, the Palladium. That it was kind of, the Palladium in San Francisco. So
I got kicked out many nights being in there underage.
Right. So I used to get in there and I was dancing. And Lloyd had seen me, and Lloyd was like, "Oh, what's up? Let's hook up Sunday to go to the skating rink, go to Mel Peters." We were talking about the skating rink. And I guess Hammer had seen me do a step. So when I came to the studio, the rehearsal studio, I was there to pick up Lloyd. He's like, "Wait a minute, I seen you on the dance floor. You was doing this move. Would you mind showing my girls that step?" And I'm like, "Okay." And never left. It was history after that. He was like, "You know what? You wanna join the posse?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Wow, that got to be honored. I mean, you go from partying, going to the skating ring, and then you show somebody a step and join the crew.
Yeah.
Now, when you came on, you was one of the backup dancers and one of the dancers for Hammer?
Yes, one of the original dancers for Hammer. So it was at the time when I got there, Ace was already there, Little P, Sweet LD, and another young lady, Carla, was there. But then as soon as I came in, I believe she was transitioning out. So we were that was it. And then, Long Mixer, Redeem, and Too Big. So that was the original.
Kevin Kent. Wow, it's way back. Good stories. So how did you guys go from dancing and supporting Hammer to 357? I mean, when you guys came out, 357, like the name of a gun and all that, but you guys came out explosive, high energy. You didn't come out putting people to sleep. If you was asleep, you woke the hell up. I mean, you had the beautiful women, got the moves, and y'all was doing everything. I mean, I had my own version of y'all dancing. I couldn't do it like y'all, but I tried. I had my own version. But y'all was cutting up.
Everybody had a version. Everybody had their own version. Oh man. Again, that was, Hammer had an idea for a girls group, and he was like, you guys already work together, you blend together, let's go with it. So he definitely had a vision for Oaktown'S 357, and he gave us the opportunity to show our talent.
you know, a lot of people don't realize we talking mid '80s. We talking when you guys, JJ Fad. We're talking Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
And on the West Coast, it was just you guys and JJ Fad. It was a whole bunch of different girls, you know, Roxanne Shante and all these other groups. But you guys came out and you shined. You didn't just step out there under Hammer. I mean, people knew that you guys was part of Hammer's group, but when you said 357, it went like Hammer's 357. It was just Oaktown'S 357. Y'all came out on the stage and did your thing, and when you performed, I mean, I had the joy and the luxury of having Sweet LD on the show. And I played one of the songs, and she started, "Oh, I remember the steps." She's like, "It's engraved."
To remember the steps, you know. If I hear the song, like the Hammer song, even ours, but more so, you know, you'll probably hear a Hammer song in the grocery store. I still automatically you start doing the move because you've been, you know, you practice so much with that music. It's built in.
Well, like I said, man, you know, when you guys came out with 357, like I said, people said they name after gun, they not this, not that, and you proved everybody wrong. I mean, the performances with Hammer, and then you guys come out and do your own thing from the Arsenio Hall shows. So like I said, the shows I saw you guys in Jackson, Mississippi. I saw you guys in LA several times at Grand Slam. I saw you guys in multiple places. Like, I'm going to see, I'm going to support. They're like, "Oh man, you crazy." Like, "No, you crazy, man. You got to support our own. We got to support our own." And I would travel. And I just always, I mean, the show was like, I'm not trying to clown. It was like Barnum and Bailey because you guys put on a show. I'm not trying to clown, but it was a show. It wasn't like you in there. Oh, the show. No, your eyes is glued. People hopping over. You know, the steps is going on. Everybody's on beat. Nobody was out of step. I mean, even Jack. I mean, I love Jackson State. We got the Sonny Boom, baddest band out of all the HBCUs, and a lot of time they got some guys out of step. But none of you guys on stage were ever out of step. How did that happen?
Too Big actually ran rehearsal, and we were structured to. We didn't look at each other because you wanted to stay in unison. We didn't have any mirrors. Our rehearsal hall had windows that at night you could see a reflection, and that was it. Because Lewis let us practice in his office space, so we didn't have mirrors. It was just, you know, Long Mixer, Redeem over there with their turntables, and Too Big doing the rehearsal. So if we got out of step, he'd be like, "Do it again, do it again." Do it again. It was like, man, who messed up? Ace. Oh man, Ace. And it was better for us to do it that way because we were always in sync. We didn't have to look and say, "Okay, am I too close to her? Am I too close to him?" We knew our positions. And I think that was the best training ever, because if the music went off, like we had a situation, we still were in step until they got that music back. And we were always trained, don't stop. Don't stop. We didn't tell you to stop. Don't stop.
I don't know who set it up or how it went down. All I know is that every time you guys did your thing, you guys did your thing. And like I said, I've never witnessed, seen, heard, you didn't even hear about you guys ever like being out of step. I mean, that is unheard of. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I've even watched, you know, Destiny's Child, you know, several times, you know, have incidents, and it's great for nobody. I heard people falling down the stage. Yeah. I mean, down the stairs and tripping on stage, and they was showing us about it. They got up and kept doing their thing. Yeah. I probably would have ran off stage and started crying, but right. You know, they did their thing.
Trying to, you keep going. If you mess up, get right back on cue. You don't stop and go, "Oh, I messed up." No, you get right back on cue and keep it pushing.
I had somebody ask me one time, like, "How you do radio, man?" I said, "You just do it." They're like, "What about you mess up?" I said, "You don't." But what if you do? You don't. You keep going. I mean, radio is live. You can't. Hold on. Sorry. I take that back. My bad.
Right. Let me start over. Can I start over? You don't have that opportunity. You
Oh
go back,
no.
and after the performances, when you go back and beat yourself up, like, man, how you missed that step? You know it, you know. So you just it's all practice, and you have to enjoy actually what you do. So if you a
Thanks.
lover of dance, then you just gonna feel it. Half the time, I don't remember what I did on stage because I just
Serious?
half the time, whatever I did, besides the actual choreographed steps, when we did our freestyle, I cannot tell you what I did. I have no idea. Afterwards, they were like, Tab, you hit this move. I was like, I did. Because I get into this zone, and Terrible T becomes
Terrible.
terrible, as well as I feed off the crowd. That's what I hear in my head. So if I'm over here to the right and they just going in, well, let me do it a little bit harder. I like that reaction. That's the best medicine for me.
I understand where you're coming from with that because when I do my morning show Monday through Friday, I have a morning show every morning, and I'm very grateful that I have gracious people that actually like my weird humor. We've grown this morning show. I remember when I had 10 people listening, and then I used to text everybody, "Hey, I'm on the radio, y'all tap in." I used to text everybody on my phone and email them, "Hey, y'all, listen to me now." Right. And now I got between 10 to 25,000 people every morning. I'm happy they tuning in. We're international, and some of the crazy stuff that I say, like it's the Wake That Ass Up morning show. I tell them stop giving their pillows some head and get out of bed. And then my DJ did get up this morning. I said, I stopped giving my pillows some head and get out of bed because, I love you guys. I have to be here for you. But my DJ is giving his pillow some head, all the head he can give it. He probably giving his mattress some ass while he at it. Let's see. My crazy humor.
You gotta love it, and you're gonna get those people that have that sense of humor, and
right.
You have to laugh all the time.
A business partner asked me, like, Chief, do you know what the hell you're gonna say you on the radio? I'm like, actually not.
Nope.
She's like, I'm like, nope. They're like, everything is perfect, because my style of radio is different. I play the songs like yeah. I play like if I was to play a Wilson song, I would play brand new funk and mix it with some James Brown stuff that everybody don't play. These songs, you have great memories, but you don't hear it regular, and it draws memory into a better time. And I want to, if I'm going to get you to tune in, I want to entertain you and make you feel good. Seriously, that's my job. And they talk about me in the studio over here bad because I might set up like 200 songs for a 1 hour show or an hour and a half show. I might play 10 songs and just go through the crates and do like a whole another 40. They're like, why do you even bother? I said, because I go with a vibe and a mood, and it shifts. I can't do this. I got something just to be safe, Exactly. But I usually don't even use it. It's like, damn. They're like, well, how you're not playing the same from the day before? I said, it's only 2 songs I usually do that with. And one of them was Bobby Brown, Phil. Because I would tell a joke. I still got the suit. And we'd go into that. And then another one, I would play I Belong to You by Lenny Kravitz. But other than that, everything else is different. There's never the same songs day in, day out. I mean, it's so much good music out there that people refuse to play that I'm willing to play that it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And I do put a lot of y'all stuff in, man. Especially when I started our off the wake people up, because I can't come on with the love ballads telling everybody wake their ass up, and I'm playing That's the Way It Goes on Love. You're like, I'm telling this Negro off.
Right.
Hey, you put me back to sleep.
Juice in there.
Exactly. But when I play y'all juice, like, hey, da, 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 da. I mean, everybody get you just like, I remember. I mean, one of the members, like you said, the player. I remember getting kicked out of the club because I wasn't old enough. Several times when I hear your music, I'll be in the corner like this, looking to the left, like don't make eye contact when they're gonna kick you out again. Just look at the Hey, we used to sneak in. They used to grab us. Hey, get out of here! I was about to cut up. Get out of here! You're gonna make us lose our license. I'm not drinking. I don't care.
Right. It was just the dance. Everybody was dancing. Did nobody care about sweating? If you didn't sweat, then something was wrong that night.
Oh, you was whack. Yeah, if you ain't dancing having a good time, you was whack. Man, but like I said, you guys had a lot of great music. Man, speaking of it, let's play some of your music, man. This is one of the songs I know everybody knows, and one of my favorites.
You say got 'em crazy. You owe 357 has stole the show. I was tripping and right. He's a vulture, a soldier, sucking alive. Get off my tip, don't give me look. You sucker, but get pistol whip.
Man, you know, like I said, when I hear this, I'm thinking college. I'm thinking festival at the lake. Yep. I'm thinking, you know, good time, soul beat.
Soul beat. Oh my God, yes. And the box.
Man, I mean, my mom. I ain't gonna lie. My mom, when she's live, she kicked my ass. I was up there. I gotta see the video again. She got that phone bill. Boy, come here. Don't you touch that damn.
I have heard that so many times. Like, man, you got me so much in trouble with that box trying to play that video.
Man, you got to think about it, man. I mean, back then if there was no YouTube back then, YouTube wasn't existing. Nope. But the box, whatever you want to pay that was it at $199? You can play as many times, whatever you want to. $199 got my butt tore up. And you know, I'm an only child, so I couldn't lie. I couldn't say, Mom, it was. Then well, you see,
you had to take that one for the team, huh?
Remember you told me not to be buying those videos in the box? And you said I couldn't go outside. I had to do something. I'm about to whoop your ass, boy. Get over there and lay on the bed. And that one made me lay on the bed. She didn't chase me around the house. She's like, go lay on the bed.
Right.
I remember one time I thought I was slick. I put on 3 pair of shorts and a pair of sweats and 2 pair of jeans. My dad said, I know he a little thick, but he a little hefty tonight. You might want to check the inventory. She made me strip down to my drawers, to my tidy whities, and tore my ass up.
You can't be slick.
Man, I tried, man. I guess I had too many layers. I was trying to make sure that I was well padded. I was well padded. So tell me this: when Juicy came out, what was it like being in the group? What was the dynamic like? And you know, you guys touring a lot then. I know you guys did a lot of touring.
Yeah.
In the group.
At the time when we did Juicy, we were on tour, and that's actually the remix. And then we added B Angie B on, and it was just fire. We did it on the tour bus because Hammer had a portable studio while we were touring, because we were just out there a lot. And he was
on the tour bus?
On the tour bus. He's like, that's going to be the next single. What I'm thinking is we need to remix it, and brought B Angie B in there, and she tore it up. And that, you know, that was a blessing. So it was good.
I'm going to play this song right here and let the people hear this one a little bit. This one right here, I know you like this one. This is one of your favorites. It's one of mine too.
I love the choreography for this song. It just gives me hype.
It's unfolding, it's not, it's our story, and it's golden. Pump on me, dump on
I mean, one thing I like, you know, you guys had the samples and everything, but when you came out and owned what little bit you sampled with your own style, and then the dancing, the performance, the lyrics, I mean, you just captivated everybody. It was never a boring show or never a boring video. It was like, ooh, you know, I couldn't wait.
We had the dancers, and it was like a big family. We were just partying.
When my mom blocked the box from my house phone, I used to sit down and wait for somebody to play our videos, and I'd be like, "Ooh, what's that step?" I'm like, man. Yeah, I was like, did I do that? The phone bill came like, yeah, your ass did it.
You was purple before that, huh?
Whew. Not James Brown. Papa don't play no mess. Mama played no mess, man. But I love. She was a Kool-Aid mom for everybody in the neighborhood, but she used to tear my butt up.
Yep.
We got Tim Davis tapping in. Tim is in Dallas, Texas. He's saying great interview. He loved the music. Thank you for coming to GC Radio. He taps into all our videos and check us out.
Thank you. I'm having a good time.
And I mean, just playing y'all music, just talking to you, man. It's taking me like in a time zone. It's like back to the past and coming back to the future. So let me ask you this: being in a group such as 357, touring with Hammer, international tours. I mean, you guys were like the first group to really be out there. When I say out there, no one was doing endorsements. Y'all had troop endorsements before anybody. Mm-hmm. You guys had, I think you had the Church's Chicken thing. Then you had, he had his own cartoons. Y'all had digital characters with him on TV. I mean, seriously. Yeah. I mean, what was that like? I mean, you guys are pioneers. There was no one to blueprint this. You were the blueprint. Yeah. What was it like?
It was overwhelming. I mean, because we went from, hey, we just this small group to driving in the cars, from the cars to we had a van, from the van we had the RV, from the RV we had the tour buses, from the tour bus we had the plane. So it was just, it came on like a rush that you really didn't have time to just kind of reflect on it until after the fact. It's like, dang, we had all that, but getting on the BART and, like I said, we started out small and we grew, and it was a phenomenal thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, I remember when Hammer used to be at McClimate's and with the DJ at halftime of football games, he would perform and he would try to get people to actually go to the McClimate's games, support their sports program. Hammer did a lot for Oakland, man, and try to help a lot of people. He did a lot. And a lot of people said he did too much, but that's just the heart that the individual have, man. I mean, he's a wonderful person. People got to realize everybody got some flaws. Ain't none of us perfect. We're not Jesus, right. But we try to live in this image and be best that we can. And overall, Hammer's a real good dude. You can say something bad about anybody. Me, they said stuff about Jesus. So in mortals, people's eyes, no one's perfect, but we try to live a good life. And Hammer, like I said, looked out of a lot of people. Hell, look at the entourage. You guys had a tribal crew, like down near 50 people at one point.
I think it was 100. It might have been 100.
I'm trying to be generous. It was around it or more. But who travels around with like 100 people that they got to pay for? So that's a lot of love and commitment for everybody. Make sure everybody got what they need and all that. And it took a lot. And, a lot of people used to say stuff like, that's why he went broke. No, Hammer is never broke. He's not 100 million rich like he was, but he's still a multimillionaire. Don't get it twisted. He ain't at nobody's soup kitchen. Don't trust. The man's smart. He's a smart entertainer. He's a smart man, and he's definitely a smart businessman with the other stuff that he's doing. Also, hopefully we can get him on the show. He can let everybody know about that. But I know Hammer does a lot of business move, and like the stuff he did downtown with with Plank and some of the other things, and he's making great decisions. But he does have a big heart, and sometimes our big heart wound us, but it don't destroy us.
Yeah, that's true.
The Terrible T, man. Like I say, it is. I am just overjoyed over him. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. You don't know, sweetheart. You just don't know how thrilled I am, and how many people, once I put your flyer, they're like, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no!" I'm like, "Oh hell yeah! It's going to happen! It's going to happen! It's going to happen!"
That's what I told you. I'm just blessed that everybody, still has the love for 357, still has the love for Terrible T. So it's a blessing, and I thank everybody, all the fans. I love them all.
Now, I'm not trying to get messy. I don't want to know any drama. I just want to know one question. is there a chance that we can get another project from 357? A lot of groups go their separate ways and time pass, and they come back and do another song. Is that possible, or have you guys ever talked about that?
We've talked about it. Definitely, it could be something in the future, but it's like, let's go out there and enjoy, 357. Let's bring these juicy and turn it up and wild and loose to a new generation that wasn't, didn't know about us. Let's open their eyes to where it kind of started from, and bring that to the forefront. So definitely.
Now I'm gonna say something that might shock you, and I hope it don't. You guys made this music back in 1980s. Mm-hmm. It's 2025. Mm-hmm. It's 2025, Turbo T, and it's still people rocking. Yeah. When I play your songs, the head shaking, feet tapping, finger snapping was like that song was made last year. I'm telling you, you guys got generational fans because you made great music.
Yeah.
I promise you, if we do a survey, you got 80s babies, 90 babies, millennium babies, millennium plus would be 2010 baby. You all know who 357 is because of their mom, their dad, their big sister, or somebody rocking y'all and they feeling it. Yeah. Like, wait a minute, that's old, but what's that? Oh, let me check that out again. And and then they connect with him and everything. And like, oh, I gotta check this out. Yeah. I'm telling you, my son is 22 years old. My oldest son is 22 years old. He turned 23 this year. And we went somewhere and somebody said, "Is that your brother?" Because I had all my little facial hair shares, no gray. I said, no. I said, son, that's bad. He said, why is that? I said, because you're 22 and I'm 54. And that's good for one of us and bad others. Do I look young with no facial hair, or do you look old? We need to figure this one out. But I was riding with him and he said, Dad, you don't know about this. And he was playing one of y'all songs.
Oh,
because we in Mississippi, he was playing one of y'all songs. Seriously, I'm not just saying. I wish he was in the house. I'll bring him on here. He was playing one of y'all songs. He said, Dad, you don't know about this. This right here is bumping. And I looked at him like, boo, know about it. I had the Troop jacket, the high ass sweatsuit, them ugly ass Pacer shoes, but they had to go with the fit. But it went with the fit. Don't tell me what I don't know about, bro. Come on. You had to go to Mr. Z's in East Mall, or go to Harput's in Frisco to get the gear. Yep. you could go nowhere. But they had a Harput's by the lake too. You had to go to by the lake or the one in Frisco. The one in Frisco always had more sizes. So I'm like, man, you crazy. You don't know. It wasn't back then. It wasn't just about listening to the music and trying to do the dance steps. You had to have the fashion too. You had to be cool. You had to be a cool kid in the block, bro. You don't know nothing about this. You going on hearsay. You got YouTube and you think you know, bro. You don't know.
Right. And it's just a wonderful thing that everybody's embracing us, because again, back then we didn't have all these streams, the podcasts and the energy and the Facebook, all of that wasn't available. So now that everybody's, has the access, it's great. Like, Next Legacy, radio, your podcast, Chef Finest Wine, having all these old school artists on the show to kind of show, hey, this is where it kind of started, and it's a blessing. And I thank you for, doing this, reaching out, and, you enjoy what you do, but again, you're opening all these doors for everybody, and it's definitely a blessing.
See, if you know how much your organization cost me financially of giving donations to the Oakland Police Department for noise pollution, because I had a Zapboard in 212s and 215s. I got pulled over for turn that shit down. I think Motorcycle Mike knew me on sight. Oh. You see, he pulled me over more times than probably anybody else in Oakland. I'm serious. I had so many tickets. My mama like, boy, what's wrong with you?
You went from the box to the tickets, huh?
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I remember one time we was in front of the McDonald's used to be across from the mall. That's when in the parking lot was across the street.
Yep.
And I had just got me 215s in a Southboard. So, I'm out there and I'm playing y'all music. And it was hitting so hard. We used to wear earplugs. It was hitting so hard. My rearview mirror fell off the glass. And then the manager of McDonald's came out and wrote my license plate down and said his glass was flexing. If I bust his glass, he called the cops. I mean, I'm like, we had it that bad, man. I mean, it was that bad. But, you know, when it got spring and summer, everybody had to cruise the lake, cruise Foothill, cruise MacArthur, playing music. You know, if you didn't have a car as a bus stop, you was entertaining everybody riding by with the windows down. Everybody was bumping.
The castle, all that.
And they was bumping y'all music because y'all just had it on lock. I mean, I'm telling you, it was just on lock. See, you brought back something else, the castle. There you go. That was a hangout after the concerts, especially. That was a hangout. And back in days, you're bringing back a lot of memories. So T, so when you got in 357 and you guys start performing and going on tour, what made you feel comfortable and say, okay, this is my lane?
Again, just from growing up, I just always like to perform. I just like to be up front and enjoying it. Like I said, I started out skating and that was my passion. When I'm in my element, I don't see anything else but that. The music drives me. So being in Hammers, backup dancer, and then moving to the front, that was just butter for me. Because I was just like, oh, now I get to be up front. I'm ready to do it.
Wow. I mean, like I said, you guys came out and you pioneered. You had some big shoes to fill. And you guys didn't just come out. Like I said, y'all came out blazing every song. I mean, hold on. I got to play this right quick. So you think I was going to pull this one out, huh?
Baby, and I know you feel it too, but I'm afraid. I don't want to push you. I've waited so long for this. Patiently, I want you. I know how good it's gonna be. Don't take too long. Take me.
Now, when this came out, I was like, ooh,
my love is.
And you know I was hot because I couldn't get on the box and watch it when I wanted to no more. I'm like, this video, this was like fire. Now people, hold on. I gotta stop this for a second. When this came out, people didn't just look at y'all as some cool looking chicks that was just dancing with him. They're like, oh, these babes is fine. They ain't been singing. What the hell? I mean, it's just like a whole nother epiphany just came out. Now, what was going on with this track? Because everybody listened to, y'all was doing the Roger Rabbit and all this, and then y'all came out with this one like, shucky ducky, quack quack.
The feeling is like, you listen to so much, sexy and R&B. So we was like, oh, I'm kind of feeling to do something a little different, a little, show that little feminine side and be sexy a little bit.
So whose idea was that song? I mean, you guys did it perfectly, and it came out of left field because no one was expecting it, and it came out slapping.
Everything was just a collab, and we just got in there and just did it. You hear the music, and then some of the lyrics come to you, and the hook, and we was just like, that's what we need to do right there.
Okay, we're going to go down memory lane with another great hit for y'all. Hold on, check this one out.
Now the song reflects subjects request. More 357, that's what you get. The people gonna lower than the bottom of the floor. And what we have, there's more in store. For a crowd to get hyped and for you to get sour. 357 and our crew, cause our beat is so fly. It's going on, boy, it's going down here. Rock and roll is the in effect sound.
Now I'm a fan, man. I'm coming out the ones that everybody else don't play. But these slaps.
They slept on that one.
For sure. We're gonna bring them back. Now, what was going on when y'all did this track? What was it like?
At the studio, and Hammer, something him and it was either Felton Pilot or James Early, they got to doing the beat, and they was just like, yeah, that's funky right there. Rock and soul. Wait a minute. And we went in the studio and hit it up, and we came with the rock and soul. Give it a little funk, a little, laid back. Like I said, it was always a collab. Like, nobody was like, okay, I'm gonna write this, and you don't have any, input. Everything was always an input. And okay, let's mix it around. Let's, you said that. Let's do it this way.
Like I said, the creativity with the lyrics, with the choreography, the diversity. When you hear "Turn It Up" or "You Can't Touch This," and you guys come from behind Hammer and do your own thing, or "Yeah," to Rock and Soul, or the other joint we just played, that just shows diversity, and you still own it. It's not, well, they slipped on this one. No, they on point with every one of them. All these songs bring back memories. They bring back great joy. They were successful. There was no flops. You can tell the dedication and good music because it's 2025, and we're talking about something from 1988, 87.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys did the assignment right.
Yep.
See, you gonna get me in trouble because I got a car outside still with 212 Surf Vegas in it, and y'all gonna make me start sliding.
Go ahead.
I might have to get on the highway so they can't pull me over.
Right.
Just don't be smashing too fast. But yeah, this is good music, man. Like I said, you guys got the assignment right.
It was definitely fun. It was definitely a lot of fun.
Now, I'm gonna play this one right here. Tell me what happened with this one.
Oh yeah! Yeah, boy, we in there. But the production in a little bit cold in effect. About to bust this wide open. Capital Records in there, rolling. Busy y'all. We like it. We 357. 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 That's the way we feel. Sweet MD, let's get ill. That's the way we feel. Terrible T, yeah, we can chill. That's the way we feel.
And T, who's DJing on this cut?
Redeem, and I think a little bit of mix. They kind of blended in, but I think more so on that one, it was DJ Redeem.
Oh man, the samples, the beat, the lyrics, the hype, and don't forget y'all had to throw that We 357 in there.
We was shouting out everything. Capitol Records, you in this game, we like it. We like it wild and loose.
now tell me this, honestly. How did y'all come up with the name 357? How did it come about?
I think that was also a collab from Hammer. Again, he already had an idea for a girls group, and it was okay. We from Oakland. There we go. The 357 actually does stem from the 357 Magnum, because he was like, y'all strong, y'all hit hard, y'all hard like the 357. So that's how we got it. And then it was like, okay, well, you just slightly a little bit shorter, so you're gonna be 3. Terrible T, you kind of in the middle, you're gonna be 5, and LD you 7.
That's how it worked out.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna check this one out real quick. And favorites. Might be sleeping on, but I ain't sleeping on it. Man, this is still slapping. Man, I'm over here. I might break this chair, man. I'm over doing chair aerobics. I mean, grooving. What was it like doing this one? What did you guys come up with this concept at? And was it like on the tour bus again, or were you guys in the studio?
Actually, Stupid Death was actually Hammer's song.
What?
That was Hammer's song. And Phyllis, Lil P really liked it. And he was like, go ahead. Let me see what you can do with it. But that was Stupid Death was Hammer's song. Because if you notice, is Go Posse, Go Posse, Go. So it was more so one of his, either was going to be an intro. And he was just like, go ahead. But that was Hammer's song, but Lil P killed it. So he was like, okay, we're gonna put that on the album. Go ahead, Lil P.
Oh man, that gotta be nice right there. They gotta be you getting look at that. I'm just showing you some of the reactions on the screen. You getting people look at Facebook, Twitter, IG. You getting love, and I'm letting you see the little comments at the bottom, so you don't think
that's Chef Fine is Wine. That's another one that has the podcast. Him and Lynn. That's my bestie. My bestie.
People tuning in. You said bring me back to high school. They're piping in with messages. There's a lot of them back there. I'm like, wow, wait a minute. Let her see some of the stuff that they're saying. This is an honor and a tribute. So I'm letting you know, you guys are missed. You're loved. I don't want to say missed because you ain't went nowhere. We're missing some new music, but you're still loved. You're still loved. You still have fans.
Performances.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So let me ask you this. So being a seasoned veteran in the industry when things were different, without all this new technology and these fake bots running up numbers, people still fake it until they make it. What advice would you give somebody coming out now with the knowledge that you have?
Just know your business. Make sure. I know you want to be that artist and you want to just focus on being an artist, but you still need to know your business aspect of it. You don't want everyone to handle everything. At least know what's going on with your numbers, your paper. Just be more involved. Definitely.
So people, I don't think y'all understand her. She's saying before you focus on your green and white, know your black and white. Mm-hmm. Know what you contracted, obligated to. Know what you're giving up. Yeah. Know what you are supposed to accept and expect.
Exactly.
Legally. Don't say, well, I thought, because when you sign that paper, it's an understanding.
It's exciting. It's exciting because, you're given this opportunity to do something that you love. You want to show everybody your talent and things of that nature. And you got somebody in the back that's like, okay, they ain't paying attention. Let me do this, because you're trusting. You just, unfortunately, we're in a society, you can't trust everybody. You give them that rope, but you still want to make sure you can pull them right back in to see what what they're doing. Just know your business, so Thanks. You can definitely have the longevity both ways in your music as well as your finance and your paper. Your bag, as everybody.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Terrible T and your cousin Chief and GC Red. We'll be right back.
GC Radio is giving away to some of its lucky listeners Beats by Dre earbuds. That's right, Beats by Dre earbuds. It's no cost to its listeners to register. Just go to gcradiohub.com and enter the free raffle. So don't hesitate. Go to gcradiohub.com, click on the earbud, register, and cross your fingers, because you could be one of the lucky listeners. These earbuds are priced at $169, and you can win a pair for free. That's right, free of charge to you. Just enter the raffle at gcradiohub.com and stay tuned to our live broadcast, The Cuzzin Chief Show, Afro Beats with King Glow, Uncut After Dark with Freaky and Friends, The Mississippi King on the Southern Soul Superstar Station. Stay tuned to any of those live shows and listen out for your name being called. At GC Radio, you have to get connected to stay connected. At gcradiohub.com.
Testing my mic 1 2 1 2. Yo yo yo, this is your girl Novi Star, and you are listening to old school hip hop R&B with your favorite cousin Chief, here at gcradiohub.com. Let's get it.
Nobody gets hurt.
I had to throw that out there. Well, you know, I told you I do the old school stuff. You know, I have a natural love for real music, and I'm just not saying that the new music out today is not real music, but I don't identify. You know,
Right.
I need that old school stuff I can dance to. You know, like when a song was like longer than 3 minutes. You know,
Oh yeah.
you guys songs are like what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I think the shortest song you guys out got like 4 minutes and 45 seconds, but usually songs 5, 6, 7 minutes. You know, back in the day, a whole LB was like a single.
I mean Ring was 12 minutes.
Man, when you got tired of, when you got through dancing ring, man, you needed a drink and a seat. And don't get on the extended version. Oh hell no. Joe used to crack me up, boy. I used to love Joe when he was with you guys. Joe used to have me crack it up.
Joe Mack.
We said, yeah, it was like, Joe, what's it like being with them? Man, I can't say nothing. Joe, you can tell us. I can't say nothing. No, I can't say nothing, man. You want to know, join the group, come to rehearsal. You can see I can't say nothing. Hamilton wants to talk about, can't say nothing. Joe wouldn't give up nothing, bro. Joe, I tell you what, Joe was not a leaky refrigerator. He wouldn't give up a drop. He would tell us nothing. He'd tell us what the next show was, but he wouldn't tell us that.
He gonna do that. I love Joe. He was such a sweetheart.
Yeah, Joe's a beast. You know, Joe is great. That brings me to this song right here. I just got to play this one. I got to play this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about half my life just flashed in front of me. So many wonderful memories. So many tickets and fines OVE. I think I got a couple of Mississippi too.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you. So when this came up, you guys on top of the map. And what was it like? I'm gonna ask you this. What was it like when you heard the U357 as a group first song on the radio? What was it like? Where were you guys at? Tell us that moment.
I was in the car, and I was in Newark, California, not too far from Fremont, and it came on, and I was stuck. You know, I've heard Hammer songs on the radio, blah blah blah, but when it's your own, you get this different feeling. It was just like, that's me, and I was. I was on cloud 9 that day. You couldn't tell me nothing. My song was on the radio. I made it.
Now, would you listen to KMEL or
KMEL? You know that was KMEL 107.7. You know.
Now I had my boy Nunskull on the show, and he told me when he heard the song, they was coming down 580 near Hamburger. And they hit the brakes and stopped traffic on the freeway and got out, turned the radio over the windows down. And I'm like, I could see that. Y'all started records on the interstate. He said, man, we just had to do it, bro. I mean, we just went bananas. And then when it came out, man, we had to keep it real. We just went bananas. Like, wow, we made it. We on the radio. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's a wonderful feeling to know everybody's enjoying it and still enjoying it to this day. You know, because you have to have longevity with, you know, songs, because you could pull songs from back in the day. You'd be like, oh, that's the cut. You could pull you know, PYT is one of my favorite of Michael Jackson. That is still just knocks, just like I've just heard it. So it's good to make music that still has legs.
You know, I had gentleman on my show a little while back, Sam from the East Side Boys, and believe it or not, they are the only group to ever sample a Fat Boys beat. And I even have Marky D before he passed on the song with him, and he said it was crazy. He said that the manager sent the song to a guy in Florida, and he was playing it, and Marky D heard it and called the manager, like, hey man, y'all got my music, and he said, and I want to be on it. He's like, what? You want to be on it? He's like, yeah. Well, yeah, you can be on your own song. And he got on the track and everything. And it's like, you know, they kept remixing it. They didn't get it out there, but they're about to release it. And I'm sitting up here like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah. This is amazing. You know, they have Marky D on the cut, and there's another song from them to come up, because no one has ever remixed or redone one of the Fat Boys joints. Yeah. They're iconic the whole time. So when they release that, it should be coming out this summer. I can't wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be epic. Yeah.
Can't wait. So Terrible T, do me a favor. Let everybody know how they can connect with you on social media, websites, and what else we got to look forward from Terrible T.
Definitely. My Instagram is the real Terrible T 357. My Facebook is Tabitha Brooks. I'm a social media person, but then I'm not.
What you mean you are, but you're not? Come on, you're photogenic. You're radiant.
I need to get on there more often and interact. You know, I try to stay up on everything, but there's just so many accounts. You got this account over here and this account over here. I'm like, oh my God. So Facebook, sometimes I slip a little bit. Instagram, I'm definitely on a lot. But I try to interact with everybody that reaches out, because it's a blessing that you want to talk to me. It's a blessing to reach out. So definitely, future wise, you know, I have a wonderful management company, Al Nolan from Day One Management. So definitely he's going to keep me busy. We have, you know, Roger Troutman Music Group. So there's a lot coming up for 357, and it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait to share. I can't wait to show, and thanks to, Dave Oliver for actually putting it all together with Al Nolan. So it's a blessing. So 2025 is going to be real.
Dave, my brother from a little mother, that's my boy. He was actually in my house about 4 months ago.
Okay.
Maybe 5 months ago. He came down, they performed for Gremlin Homecoming for the alumni, and I went and picked him up and came in the house. I've known Dave for over 10 years. That's my brother. That's my guy. That's my guy.
I love the Levert experience. It's amazing because you get to hear all of those old school songs. It's a beautiful thing. So yes,
Dave have his own podcast, and he's on our network as well.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. We got Dave on. We're working with Malik, trying to get him on, which is Money B. He's supposed to be coming over. I gotta.
Dave said I was gonna be able to co-host with him one day. He ain't called me. What's up with that?
Well, how about this, T? Hey. I love me some terrible T. You ain't that terrible with me, but I love the energy. Hey, I'm like, hey, I see an old school hip hop, show in the making. I need a female podcast that got energy, that's radiant, that's photogenic, and that want to do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So we need to talk. You got my number for real. This is live. This is recorded. I'm giving an invite to Terrible T to do a new podcast with me. I'm serious. She has great energy. I'm a fan. Somebody else from the town. Man, let's do this, T. Let's make it happen. Let's make history.
I think I could do radio. I'm telling you, I think I could do podcasts. I listen to it all the time. I'll be like, I could be on there.
But hey, you got my number. When you're ready, let's make it happen. I'm putting it out there. Like I said,
Dave,
it's recorded.
Dave, you slip, Dave.
Dave. Yeah, Dave, my buddy. But it's funny. I reached out to Tony Terry, and he's a wonderful guy, excellent singer. And he has a podcast show, and we're working on some of them coming on our network too. I talked to Sophie the other day; they're about to come on our network. It's a lot of people starting to hit us up now. They realize that they're not that big in the United States, but they kicking butt overseas when they look at our charts. Because we one of the few internet radio stations we do.
It's all new music for them, so it's like okay.
Well, we were smart. We registered out of the country, the UK, because we knew that we can get music quicker. Setting our foot in our anchor somewhere else and get music before they can. And so we made movements to do that. And then we have a hell of a interest in investment in the virtual communities like Meta, Second Life, 5M. So we figured if you got an internet radio station, first we got to get a group of people that stay on the internet. They can't listen to us, let's stay on the internet. So we went to the Megaverse. We got a lot of those people to tune in and support us and rock with us. And then we just kept growing it, organically. And then when we came to the United States, we pushed through social media to get out there and everything. And it was slow, but on the international side, we kept just rolling. I'll put it like this, T. Our website's been up for, I'm being honest, a year and a half. We have. Hold on. Don't let me get me lying. Let me check. I don't want to lie. I want to be honest. They be like, he was lying. I went there. His numbers weren't like that. He lied. Let me go. Yeah. They be fact checking. Be like, Chief, you lied. You lied to Terrible T. That was terrible.
You say the same thing every time. I'm gonna say. Could you say the same thing every time?
I don't know what that is.
What works for you?
Okay. Let me see.
Hey, you got. I am not a budgeteer.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But we got over 311,000 people to register on the website now.
That's nice.
In a year and a half. And the people say, well, your social media don't have 100,000. So let me explain something to you. After seeing Boosie and all these celebrities cry and beg to get their pages back when people hate on them or lie on them or don't like something they do, I refuse to be in that boat. I will use our social media and I will drive them to our website because can't nobody take away my website. That's mine. Right. So we do the shorts and all that, and we use it to promote, but we keep all our data on our site because you don't own the stuff on these social media sites. No. You give up all your rights, all your content to them. That's why they get all the advertising money. You get nothing. Yeah. So we push everybody to gcradiohub.com, and you can't go. Look, think about it. Who goes to their computer and actually type in gcradiohub.com? That's no accident. That's on purpose. So when you come in and register, we have true followers. We have true listeners. And like I tell everybody, I can't promise promise you get on my show, I give you 100 million views and all that, because there's no way to do that unless you do boxing. We don't do that. But I can guarantee at least 7 to 10,000, because that's like a safe place that we have. Some people get 5, some people get 30, some people get 40. I don't know. What we do is we take the shorts, we put them in the search engines, and we market and promote it. But it's based on what that individual has done, what they're currently doing, and they pipe in. And then a lot of times also people just look at YouTube and say, well, your YouTube is all right, but they got to realize we're not just a YouTube internet company. We on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We on Apple Podcasts. We on Siri Alexa. We on Android TV, Apple TV, Fire Stick TV. We on 25 different internet directories. You got to go through all of them to check out our stats, man. And but the good thing is that we do pay ASCAP, we do pay SoundStream. Yeah. People do get royalties from we don't bootleg your music. We do believe in paying that. And we're trying to get the music that we love on a global scale. So anytime we play on our stations, especially the hub, is in 142 different countries. You're already global. When I play you one time in interview, you're in 142 different countries and 40 of them in Africa.
So I might get some new fans after this, huh?
Oh, most definitely. Hey, I'm looking for a new co-host, man. Hint. Hey,
you on the air with Terrible T. How can I help you?
That's what I'm talking about, baby. You got the right one, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
You got to be in it to win it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, T. One of these days, I'm gonna get that call to email like, okay, let's make it happen. I'm gonna be waiting.
Let's do it. Okay.
All right, now I'm serious. I ain't playing. I'm serious. I go
Dave
hard to pay.
Call you in a minute. Dave gonna call you in a minute. Look, I'm gonna need you to stop that.
He goes like, you really made an interview, man. Give you the number, Lord. What you do that for? I'm like, hey man, Terrible T ain't terrible to me. She terrific T to me, and I definitely want her on the GC Radio platform. So we got to make this happen. We got to make it happen. T, anything you want to say to the people before we sign out?
I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting Oaktown'S 357. Thank you for supporting Terrible T. Hope to see you out there soon.
Yeah, we hope to see her back on GC Radio soon. Now, my people hear you now. They heard you. Now, this interview will be on iHeartRadio on demand in like 48 hours. So if you forget, I'm gonna send you the link. Soon.
If I get a call back, you know what I'm saying?
Now you're getting terrible. You was terrific a minute ago. Ain't no call back. You got my direct number. You ain't no people to people. This me and you, T. So with that further ado, I need to tell the people what we tell them every day when I get off from the morning show. I hope we leave you better and receive you with a smile on your face and grace. And anywhere you go, you can always take me with you. Can't put me in your pocket, but you can download the app. The GC Radio app is available on the Android and the iPhone market, or you can simply go to gcradiohub.com if you don't want to download the app. But if you download the app or go to the website, please enter the sweepstakes. We have the Beat by Dre earbuds given away. We have a PlayStation 5 coming up, and we also have several packs of Google Doorbell Ring cameras, so you can see what's at your door before you get there. We want you safe while you tune in GC Radio. So keep it locked and loaded. As I always say, don't tell anybody, tell everybody. GC Radio, Cousin Chief Terrible T, and thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Love you.
Love you too, T.